y'all. Happy Monday. Thanks for joining me here tonight. Tonight we will be finishing up the koala zipper pouch that we're doing. So we have all the pieces cut up. We have our cute little koala stitched on there. And we will be finishing up the zipper pouch. So thanks for joining me here tonight. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for the beginning crafter. And I'm here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and it's a time that we can relax and craft together. So I'm here for about an hour, and I work on projects from beginning to end, so you can be part of the whole process along the way. So tonight is the last night of the Koala Quilt Auction. We have been auctioning off for the last week our community-made koala quilt. It was made from all the koala embroideries, similar to this one, that a lot of the penguin and fish community here donated, and my mom and I then made it into a quilt. You can find out more info and see all the pictures and video about it over at penguinandfish.com. And today's the last day of the auction. We will still be having the merch items, so we have like our cute little t-shirts and the cute onesie that I think is so sweet, and then also our mugs as well, our commemorative quilt mug and the cute little koala mug. We will be continuing to have those on the website even after the auction, so all of those donations from your purchase of that merch, and then the quilt auction itself, all that money will be going to Australians for Animals, and we'll be sending that later this week. So thank you guys again. Any new purchases after today of the merch will also, all that money will also go to Australians for Animals. So thank you guys for all of your orders from that. Later this week, we'll let you know in our email, what we were able to raise, and we're going to add it up tonight, so or after midnight tonight, so tomorrow morning probably, and we'll let you know how we all did. But I'm very excited. You guys are fabulous. Thanks so much. All right, let's get going on the koala. Okay, you guys. Thank you again. So here is where we left off on Friday. We have our front and back. It's different colors because we are using leftover fabric from the quilt. So we didn't have enough of either color. We didn't have any more big pieces of the quilt, so we put these little purple pieces together. This is going to be the zipper with the tabs. The tabs are another purple. And then the inside, we got two lining pieces here. So we've cut everything up already, and now we just have to do the final sewing together. One thing I think I'm going to do first is trim the tabs. I don't know. Maybe we don't need to do that. I was just thinking it'd be easier to line things up. You know what? Maybe instead of trimming these tabs off, just first, maybe I'll draw a line with water-soluble marker on there. I think that will do the job for me. So what I am basically wanting is these zipper tabs to be the same size as our piece here. So I think what I'm going to do, let's just line this up, kind of center the tabs in the piece here. That looks pretty good. So it's a little shy of an inch over there. Okay, a little shy of an inch there. I think we're good. So I'm going to just draw, just really roughly, just across here. And what that's going to help me with later is where to position the other side of the back of the zipper pouch, basically. So we're doing all of this on the fly out of scrap fabric. We didn't start with any pattern. We didn't start with any real measurement. So you don't really need to either if you just kind of follow along with what we did on Friday and today. Even with the zipper, it was a little short, I thought, for this, so we extended it a little bit by adding these tabs. So next up, you guys, we are going to sew the first part onto the zipper. So we are going to sew the front and also the lining, the first lining piece. So how we're going to do that is we are going to, let's see. Oh my gosh, you guys, I got to remember how to do this now. Oh, let's go wrong side. Oh no, that's not right, you guys. All right, there we go. Sandwiching it together here. That feels right. All right, you guys. Oh, and we are up to $710 on the auction so far, so I'm super stoked about that. Oh, penguin and fish label. Let's see. I am not sure if I have a penguin and fish label on me, but you are right. I should put that into the seam. Let me see if I have one hiding in here. I have like these little penguin and fish labels, kind of like this. You know what? If I can't find one, I will open it up and add one in there. I know I used to have some in here, but it doesn't look like I have any more hiding. All right. I think I might have to do that later, but you're right. I should put up one of those little zipper tabs in here, but we're gonna let it be for now. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is I need to put these three pieces together because ultimately we are going to sew along the first side of the zipper, and this will open up this way, and this guy will be on the inside of the zipper pouch, kind of like so, right? And then we'll do the same thing to the other side. So let's start out by first, I'm going to line up those blue lines that I marked on there, and I am going to get some of my wonder clips and just clip. I'm just going to put these here temporarily just to line things up before I put this on top. This seems a little bit wiggly here, so we're going to make sure that we got it down, aligning the edges here. So keep in mind that my zipper is facing upward here. It's closed right now, but we'll definitely need to open that in a little bit here. Oh, one last thing. So this zipper pouch that we're making, it's actually going to be a giveaway. I'm going to give it to, it's going to be given to one person who purchased merch during our fundraiser here. So if you've purchased a mug or a pattern or a t-shirt, you will be entered to win this when we're done with it tonight. All right, now I'm putting the right sides together here, and I'm matching up the top and bottom piece here, the inside and outside piece, right sides together with that zipper in the middle. Let's just line it up. Okay, line it up on this edge too. I'm just kitty scratching it, just barely scratching the top just to shift the fabric just a hair. And now I'm going to just grab it with these wonder clips that are already here. Okay, we are set. So we are going to sew along this edge here. Now typically you'd use a zipper foot because a zipper foot allows you to get real close right against the coil here. So with a zipper foot you'd probably get about that close to the zipper. We're going to be a little bit farther away because I don't have a zipper foot, and I'll kind of show you what that means. All right, so here we are at the sewing machine, and I don't have a zipper foot. A zipper foot would basically get rid of one or both sides, really, of the presser foot. So you can see from here to here is about 1/4 of an inch. I'm gonna be 1/4 of an inch away from the zipper is what that means. Now with the zipper foot, it would allow me to get a whole lot closer. Like it'd allow me to get right to there so that the sewing would happen a lot closer to the zipper. But I'm using this vintage machine that only has this foot right now. I'm just kind of seeing what this actually means. So I'm going to just kind of put the foot down right next to the zipper. You can kind of see it bulk up. So now I know, okay, this is about where I'll be sewing. So I'm just shy from the edge here. So now when I go up to here, I'll know where to start. So much shyer seam allowance than I'd like, but again, I am improvising because I don't have this zipper foot. But that really is, people wonder, like, what a zipper foot, what's so special about a zipper foot? Do I need one? What it does is it allows you to get closer to the zipper. It just removes this kind of area. If I would sew close to the zipper, my foot would be too high because I would be right on top of the zipper, and that would be difficult for it to sew. All right, let's go along the edge here. So I am, though, trying to get as close to it as I can. Actually, it looks like I'm sewing on top of it a little bit, so I'm going to try and adjust that a hair. There we go. Yay, I'm excited for this pouch. We did a lot of fun embroidery on this. A lot of embroidery that I haven't done in a long time. So that's been just really, really neat. We got to do some of that bead embroidery and got to stitch with the different colored threads. That was really fun. So we ordered all our Thanksgiving food, so we'll be cooking a turkey up. That'll be interesting. We got the smallest turkey we could. I think we ended up with a 7-pound, so that's good. All right, so here's the deal. When you get close to the zipper, this is really difficult to sew next to. Even though I don't have a zipper foot now, it might be fine. But if you are using a zipper foot, at this point, once you get close to it, with your needle down so it's holding everything in place, go ahead and unzip that and just a little bit up the fabric. Our goal is just to get that out of our way. There we go. So it's all the way up here now. Now I'm going to sew the rest of the way down the side here. All right, let's get our leader in here. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought I sewed it in the wrong direction, but that's the right side. All right, let's get another one. So tomorrow we will start the Aurafill block of the month. This is typically our Aurafill quilt along day, and there we go. Week, and I'm finishing up this guy instead first. All right, let's see how we did here. Oh, you could only find a 12-pound turkey. Oh, yeah, that's a bit. I was actually pretty surprised because we did order all this very late. And the nice thing is it didn't come frozen, so it's in our fridge, like ready to go. All right, here we are. So you can see kind of what we did there. We sewed that edge together, and now when we flip them both back, we flip this back, and then we flip this back, and you can start to see we got like the first half of our pouch going here. We'll actually come back and, well, maybe we can do that now. I was thinking we'll come back and top stitch this, but I think why don't we do that now? We'll get each side all nice and pretty before moving on. So I'm actually going to open this up again, and I'm going to press this guy all nice and flat. the lining first. Can be a little tricky by that zipper again. You can shut that again. We'll be maneuvering and moving that zipper around all the rest of the time here. All right, that's one. And let's flip this guy back. Cute. Oh, Genesis, her turkey's in the brine tonight. Oh, we got to consider that. We didn't really get anything to do to, like, brine it, so I don't know. Never done that before. We don't have, like, the big bag or anything. Do you guys know, like, is there a way that we can brine it without putting it in like, a giant plastic bag? Or should we just, like, can we open it and just, like, I don't know, salt and pepper it for overnight? I have no idea. Chances are we're just going to roast this thing without brining it and just put as many spices as we can on there. I have no idea. But I think it'll be fun. Oh yeah, I think this zipper is looking nice. So you can see how we put, let's take a closer look at this again. You can see how we took that beading. We did the little heart with red beads. We put little beads in the eyes too. But that red, since I just had a red zipper, so that was like our given, that we were using this red zipper, we needed to, in theory, bring some red into the piece. And I think this red ties it together really perfectly here. All right, so you can see I'm like a 1/4 inch away from the zipper. With a zipper foot, you would have gotten, at least 1/8 of an inch closer, so not as much of the zipper might be exposed if you're doing it. However, I do really like, in this case, that I am having that much zipper exposed because it's looking real cute, bringing in some of that red. All right, so we have both of our pieces pressed down in this direction. Let's just do it one more time just because I'm putzing around with it. I am going to top stitch this now. I'm going to just use the same color thread, but this would be a nice opportunity if you had a matching color thread to your top to switch to that color. Ooh, hold on there. I'm like extra fumbly tonight. Hopefully that doesn't mean that this zipper pouch isn't going to bode well. But so far I think it's looking good. All right, let's top stitch it. So what I mean by that is we are going to stitch a nice close stitch, maybe about 1/16 of an inch away from our folded edge here. And what that's going to do, first of all, it's decorative. You'll actually see that stitch. But what it's going to do, it's going to hold down these 3 layers so they don't want to like bubble up. They'll be like attached down. They won't come apart. Like they won't come like this. They won't like flop forward anymore. They'll be held down. So that's our, construction-wise, that's our reason for doing it. So all right, let's do that. Let's just sew right close to that edge there. And again, we will be getting this guy out of our way the whole time while we do this. All right. So I'm just eyeballing it. I'm going to just eyeball like that 1/16 of an inch away or so. So a lot of times with top stitching, since it is visible, you could even use a colorful thread. You could even use a thicker thread. Just anything you want to make it pretty. In my case, I'm just keeping it simple. I'm going to use that same stitch, same thread, I mean. I'm just kind of going right along the edge. Luckily, I'm kind of lining it up with the inside of this presser foot, and I think that'll give me a little bit of consistency, hopefully. We will see. All right, this seems like a good place to get this feller out of here. Get over there. Okay. Uh-oh, I am stuck. There we are. Let's get another leader out here. So let me know if any of you did any sewing over the weekend. I was going to, but I had everything set up, but then stuff came up, so that fell through. So it feels good to be sewing now. Oh, Sally says she bought a butterball turkey breast. So that's what we were considering. Like, should we get a whole turkey or should we just get like a turkey breast or something? Because it's just going to be John and me. But we opted for the full turkey. I figured I could be making some soup and all sorts of turkey-related items for a while, and that would be just fine. So that is the plan. All right, this is looking great. So here you go. There you can see that top stitching. It just looks really nice, but you can see how it really is holding down the piece now. That's going to stay in that down position on both sides here. I think I'm going to give it just a little press just to kind of set that seam, and then we can move on to the other side, and we'll be doing the exact same thing. Oh, Luann said I was going to finish a block, but had your babies all weekend. Oh, that's sweet. All right, so I'm going to put this up this way now. We are going to line our lining here. And, you know, we did draw those blue lines, but we can just sort of see, you know, if we're lined up with the piece underneath. I did shift. It did look like I shifted this a little bit. I didn't perfectly sew it, but we'll get that guy on. And then this one will go right sides together like that. So basically ignore what we've done and pretend that we're just dealing with our other two pieces in the same way as before. So let me grab some Wonder Clips. Everything looks pretty lined up. I'm just like pre-clipping again, just because I want to get this zipper on the edge a little better. It seems a little wobbly. Oh, good, Jill. Yeah, just if you have any questions, let me know. This is kind of, I'm having fun with this one because we didn't really start out with any measurements. We just kind of saw what we have. Okay, what can we do with this zipper and this fabric, and you don't need all those measurements to start out doing a little zipper pouch like this. So it's been fun just kind of making it as we go and making decisions along the way. Yeah, and if anything's like confusing, let me know. One of these days we'll have to make another zipper pouch. I really do actually like making these, and I have a ton of colorful zippers right now that I'd love to use up. And you know, I can show you how to do it with an actual zipper foot one of these days too. All right. That was our kind of pre-clipping just to get everything lined up to start off with, and now let's get our backside on. But you know what? I'm going to give this a little press. This is just looking sad. I know we're going to press it afterwards too, but let's get it all nice again. You know, I have all that improv piecing stuff that we've been doing. I kind of want to make a bunch of little zipper pouches out of those, maybe. That would be kind of a fun way to use up all those scraps. All right, kind of lining it side by side here and along this edge, and now I'm just going to kind of get those clamps holding it. You can use pins for this too, but man, these Wonder Clips are just so nice. One of those like top 5 sewing items, like if you're, you know, upgrading from, or if you want to add like some other tools, some other widgets that you may not have for sewing. If you're still using pins and this is the type of stuff you're doing, you know, these are fabulous. All right. Yes, exactly, Jill. Jill says yes, it helps how to do it without measurements because you can do it any size. Yeah, we could have lengthened it. That would have been really fun. You can make it, you know, even real little. Yeah, just any size. You could even do it around a curve, honestly. We could have cut a curve here, and as long as our extended pieces were long enough, we could have done done that. So there's just a lot you can do, a lot you can play around with. All right, so same deal. We're sewing around along this edge for the purpose of, getting that nice edge here. Again, we'll probably be about that far away because I don't have that zipper foot, but I kind of maybe want it to be like that anyway. Let's do it. Oh, and you know what? The zipper pull is way up here this time. That's going to immediately be annoying. So I'm going to actually bring it down here. Actually, I'll probably bring it down all the way just so I know where it is. And then when I get to about here, I'll lift it up. I like sewing with the zippers closed when I can because you can see it just wants to bubble out and move a little bit. So I might try and tuck that in a little bit. It's not going to really matter, but when I sew, I'll probably try and push this in so it stays in line with my fabric there. But that's the deal. Let's do it. All right, so I'm going to go that same distance apart, just shy of my normal 1/4 inch, because I don't have that zipper foot. Okay, I think we're getting situated. Here's where I'm going to just tuck this feller back in. Hold it down. Alright, next. This is coming together. Man, just the trimming of it. I feel bad. All that measuring and trying to figure out how big this is going to be on Friday took so long, but math and rulers were not my game on Friday, but we're getting it now. This is the fun part, putting this zipper in like this. All right, I put my needle down because, again, if I move this, it won't slide away because the needle's holding it. That's why the needle down. But I'm going to get this zipper pull out of my way again. So I'm just going to get up underneath here. It gets a little difficult when you're near the presser foot, but once you get by, it's fine. All right, my 3 pieces are still together. Yeah, I don't know how you guys feel, but I was super intimidated by the idea of a zipper foot before I knew how to use it. I wonder if I even have one nearby here so I can show you. Okay, I think this is my zipper foot for the other sewing machine. So I can actually clip, this is like a 2-sided zipper foot, so I can either clip it into this side if I want to get real close to the zipper here, or I can clip it in this side if I'm sewing in this direction and need to get close here. But you can see the needle in this case would go right down here. So this would be the needle. Look how close this edge is to the needle. That means I can get right up against the zipper without, any seam allowance getting in my way. I can get like, a 30-second away from the zipper. And then this one over here is if I'm sewing, the opposite direction, if all of this was flipped this way. So either side I can get real close. So that's the whole idea of a zipper foot, is just to kind of eliminate the bulk on either side of your normal presser foot here. So that's all it is. That was just so intimidating to me. I don't know why. Like, I thought it did like all this kind of magic stuff, like move things around, but it literally is just getting out of the way. So you can butt it up right against that zipper. That's all it does. All right, get 2 more leaders out here. Oh, grabbed a whole pile of them. It's almost time to sew more of these blocks together. I think by just sewing these together, I think I've racked up enough for at least 3 more blocks. So that's kind of fun. All right, that bit is done. Let's trim that off the machine, and we'll give that side a press. We are almost home free here, people. All right, let's get the iron here, and I'm just going to press that seam again just to kind of set it. All right, let's flip the one. So there we go. We got both the insides, and you'll notice this is, the upside down part, the back side of the zipper, the underneath side of the zipper, just as it should be. So the lining is on the inside. All right, let's flip that around. And then we'll fold this side. So this is the back of our zipper pouch. Now for that pretty the top stitching. So you can kind of see what the top stitching does here, right? Look how like poofed up this side is. That would always be like that unless we stitched it down. So I don't know if you can see like here. It is raised up. It is just like poofed up like that, whereas this, it's kind of just tacked down flat, and that's why we want to do the top stitching. So we get it all pressed down, and then we will permanently tack it down with the top stitching. Cute! It's looking adorable! I love how each step makes it like more and more finished. Oh, Colleen says, Colleen, are you saying that you got your shirt here? Yeah, it is so soft. Like, it's not like a cheapo, I don't know, it's not like one of those heavy, like cheapo, like typical like men's shirts or something. It is really, really soft. And light too. It's not super thick. It's so fun. So I'm glad that you like it. Colleen says the shirt is better than I thought. The logo of the koala is soft and not plasticky. Yeah, no, not at all. So it's a really nice quality. I'm actually considering, I'm like, I need a few like long sleeve t-shirts. I should just like do a few more designs and just get myself a bunch of long sleeve t-shirts. I'll let you guys know if I end up doing something like that, because I'll just put them in the shop too. But I'm like, man, I should just get a bunch of these, because the quality is really nice. Okay, so I'm going a 1/16 of an inch, or even less. I'm going, just that real close. It's probably closer to a 32nd of an inch. Top stitching along the edge here. I don't make enough pouches. This is fun. This is the nice size pouch too, if you want to throw in like a small embroidery project or just like a travel bag or something. It works great for that. This size, and I love zippers. You could put a pocket in here too, really. All right, I'm gonna shimmy sham this out of the way. So my needle is not quite down. All right, there we go. Just get him moving. There we go. Sneak past there. Okay, there we go. This is fun. I definitely need to make more of these. Alright, let's snip. Oh, we'll snip this guy too. Alright, so let's just give it just a little final press there to kind of set that seam, but our top stitching is all done. One thing I'm going to do now too is I don't really need these tabs here. I'm going to just trim those off. You really could have cut those to size earlier, but just in case things shifted, which they kind of look like they did a little bit, I wanted to, make sure I had them sort of there. So I'm just going to take my scissors. Feel free to use a rotary cutter. I'm going to just go nope and kind of be done with it. These will be on the inside of the zipper pouch, so you won't actually see them. So if it's not cut perfectly, that's totally fine. All right, you guys, we are on the last part of this, and there is one very important thing to not make the mistake on, and that is to, at this point, make sure you have the zipper open. You are going to want that open, otherwise you're not going to be able to turn it right side out, ultimately. So actually, I'm going to open it all the way. So this is a horrible, annoying mistake if you don't do this. It's so annoying to like have sewn this whole thing together and then to have made this mistake. It sucks. Clearly, I'm speaking from doing it before. So if I can say anything, make sure to have the zipper open at this point. So this is where we're going to do like the fun origami of this all. So now we're basically going to, we were putting the right sides together of the lining and the front piece, or the outside piece. Now we're going to combine the outside pieces and the linings together. So we're going to go like this, and then also the lining together. All right? So we've just kind of opened both sides up away from the lining and put the right and wrong side of the fronts together and the right sides of the lining together. And we are going to actually clip around this whole edge here. But what we want to do, I mean, clearly we can't sew right through this because, we got this zipper in the middle. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually point it away from the outer pieces. So right like that. So just to show you guys that again, I'm going to fold the zipper away. I'm actually kind of matching up the seams of the zipper. And then we'll match this up again. So there. So this is kind of our flattened piece, all right? I'm actually going to throw a clip right in there. There we go. Might not be a bad idea to do that on the other side. So I'm pushing it away again from the outside pieces. Match up those seams. So this is a lot of bulk to stitch through. So this is going to be tough to go through. All right, and clip. And now we can let this, it can be poofy in the middle here as long as we're pressed down on either side here. All right, now we're going to clip all the way around the edge. We're actually going to leave an area open on the bottom of the lining here. And this is also where, if you have one, you're going to want to put in a little tag. So if you have your own tag that you want to do, you can put it in here. I'm going to have to open this up and do it later because I don't think I have any tags nearby, which is just so sad. Let me just do another quick look around, but I don't think I have any more of my little penguin and fish tabs here. I'm going to just peek in here again. I forgot to grab one beforehand. And actually, I'm not even sure if I quite know where they are right now because I've rearranged all my sewing stuff within the past like 6 months, so I'm gonna have to find out where one of those are. But if you do have a little label, let's just say this is a label, you can put it in to your pouch right now as well. So I like putting them in the lining, so then when you open it up, you can see your little tag there. So I don't have one now. I will open it up and unpick and put it in later once I find them. But for now, I am going to leave a little gap here open, about 3 inches. Oh, on my pencil. I could use that. Yeah, you know what? I mean, this one's not the cleanest, but I could seam rip this, and we could use this. How about that? We'll do that. Sorry, whoever wins this, they're gonna have to deal with my little, it's gonna be a little pencil-y. But then we can get it in here at least. That'll be nice. That's right, I had it on this little felt thing for some other project a million years ago, and it fit on my pencil when I was done, so I'm like, throw it on there. Alright, this is gonna work. And now I'm wondering, where the heck did I put all these? I know I have a whole pile of them. There we go. Alright. So I am going to put it on this side. I'm going to put it, the top side goes towards the zipper, so that when you open it, you'll see it upright like so. So we're going to pin that in as well. Let's just put let's put our little temporary clip there to hold it in. This is that's the lining. For a second I was like, is that the lining? All right, we are going to have our gap down here because we need to turn this whole thing right side out. That's why we needed that zipper open before, because we're going to need to go in here and pull all of it through the zipper and out the little hole. So let's just start, make sure our sides are lined up. I think everything looks pretty lined up. I'm going to put one little guy at the start. Oop, I missed him. At the start, and one at the finish. So I just have to remember that I have to leave this area open. And you want it big enough to pull all this through. All right, and then we'll just clamp down the sides. I don't think we need too many. We already got our clamp here. Let's line up the bottom edge here. We'll put a few in. Definitely want some here, because it's by the zippers where it gets bulky and goofy. So let's just make sure. Ooh, I'm quite a ways away there. I'm going to try and scooch this up just a little. I don't think I sewed the purple, the first lining, or the first front to the lining very well, so we're a little off here. But I think we're fine. All right, let's get this side. We could put the tag on the outside, that's true. I think I'll leave it on the inside just because it is maybe a little bit dirtier than I'd like it to be. So whoever gets this, they get the well-loved tag. Let's call it that. All right, here's where the tag is. I'm gonna just grab the top while I'm at it here. Okay, this looks like it'll be fine. All right, I think we're good to go. Everything looks clamped. So I'm going to actually start at one of the two areas where we're going to be turning it right side out. And I am going to back tack it this time. And that just means I'm going to go forward and back a little bit just to kind of lock those stitches in place. If I don't do that, if I pull on this middle, all my stitches are going to start coming apart, and we don't want that. We need these to be really held down now. So at least with my old machine, I need to be back tacking. I know a lot of the new machines, you don't have to do that because they just, I don't know, do it for you somehow. I'm not sure. All right. So first off, I'm going to get rid of my leader because I'm going to start in the middle of my piece here. So this is just going to be in my way. Okay. I'm going to remove that first clip about right there. So I'm going to just sew a couple stitches forward and a few back. This is that back tacking. and then forward again. And by doing that, it's almost like tying a knot at the beginning of the row. All right, and then we're just gonna go. You can make a pouch just like this and put some batting in here or a lining, a stabilizer if you don't want it so floppy. We'll have to do a purse like that at some point. All right, so I'm lifting up the presser foot so I can turn it, again with the needle down. That's because I'm pivoting on that needle. And let's go down this side. So we're approaching our first kind of difficult spot, and that is going to be where we go over the zipper, and we've folded it. So we're going to be going through a lot here, and your sewing machine may not like it. So I'm hoping we don't break a needle. That will be okay. I'm going to try and let the sewing machine do the work of pulling it through. So I'm going to remove that. I'm going to just get my stiletto here. Now these old sewing machines are tough, so it should go through fine. Sometimes I just kind of help push it through a little bit if it seems like it's getting stuck, but nah, it's doing perfect. Dang, that was easy. Nice sturdy machine like this. All right, let's keep going. Remove that guy. Alright, I think maybe one more stitch. Alright, now we can rotate again, lifting up the foot. Oh, I guess let's get him out of the way already. What's fun is kind of making a lot of these all at once, because you can just get on a roll, like doing like the mass manufacture sort of it, like that whole idea of like chain piecing, like doing just a bunch all at once through all the steps and just clip a bunch all at once. It's kind of a nice way to do these. And these make fabulous gifts too. You can even fill them with treats or something. So I'd say give a zipper pouch a go if you haven't done that yet. And again, you guys, just a reminder, it is the last day of the Koala Quilt Auction, and that's why we're doing this too. It has the little koala on the front, and I'll be giving it away to someone who purchases any of our koala merch this week. Yep, we have today yet, so. Yep, Nolene says, hope someone bids a few more dollars to get even more money for Australians for animals. Yeah, that's amazing. Last I checked, we were over $700, so that's pretty awesome. Okay, I removed that clip. This is our next area. We gotta work our way through. It's pretty thick. No problem. Out of here. Oh, this is where the label is, so let's just line that up again. All right, sewed through the label. There. That was a good idea, the one on the pencil, because now I don't have to have to open it up and do it again. All right, I think about there. And this is where we're stopping. So for the opening. So remember, you need that opening here. I think that's probably pretty good. About 3 inches or so. And now I'm going to do that back tacking again, where I go reverse a few stitches and then forward a few stitches again. And that's all there's to that. Let's take it off the machine. I'll even trim these little threads off. Okay. So here is where we're at. Let me just press around again just to kind of set the seam. Looks like I got a little tangle in here, but I think we'll be fine. So the lining will protect the back of our embroidery here too, which is nice. Okay, here's where you better hope that you left your zipper open. Okay, and there is our hole here. We are going to turn this whole thing right side out, all the way through. My hand is through the zipper now, and we are doing this whole thing like right side out now. Give a little shake. here's the start of it. Let's grab, what do we have that's long? Well, we'll use our little hemostat guy thing here. Just something with a dull point. A chopstick works fabulous here. Kind of poof it all out. All right, we got that point. Let's travel along this seam. Poof out that point. Now the zipper you can kind of pull out a little bit like that. You'll start to get that kind of little edge here. And now this will actually tuck back in, but I want to close this gap first. So what I'm going to do is kind of fold in the seam allowance a little bit. You can kind of pull at the edges where it's together to kind of help out. I'm going to tuck those in. There we go. Actually, you know what? I need to poof this out first because it's being dumb. There we go. Let's get a nice straight edge on either side of the hole here. There we go. And now we can kind of pull on that, tuck it in. And we're going to top stitch just this area shut. You can do this by hand, but I think meh. I'm going to just tuck in this little thread here. So you'll have this little like kind of visible top stitched part, but if you want it more hidden, I'm just going to snip that. If you want it more hidden, you can hand stitch this shut. But I'm going to just put a couple clips on. There's kind of like the end point. Right there, and I'll get it in the middle too. So I can keep these edges folded together. All right, now let's just sew right along that edge just to close up the hole here. And that'll be the last bit of sewing for this. So I'm going to go start a little bit before the opening. And we can go just like that 30-second away, just like how we top stitched before. You just want to make sure to get both sides of the gap. And the seam allowance fold. You don't want to go so far this way that you didn't get the seam allowance, but you don't want to go too far this way that you accidentally didn't get the back. All right, so I'm going to go forward and back again because we want to lock that down. All right, now I'm going to go across the gap. So we're sewing that shut. I need to go at least to where that purple guy was. Get down. I'm almost missing the front. All right, I think we got it. We'll check. this back tack and forward, and that should be that. You can actually snip close to your piece. There we go. So I'm just checking to make sure that I did sew it all the way shut, and yep, looks like I got everything. So all we need to do really is tuck this back in. This is our lining, so let's tuck it back into the pouch. I'm pushing its corners to the corners of the pouch here. We can kind of poof this up to, like, get this pushed up as much as we can on both sides here. That's pretty good. We can really get in there too if we want. I think that's pretty decent. And there we go. If we look inside, we got our little tag is in there. Got the cute little lining. Here's where we closed it. And little zipper. There we go. If we want, you could give this another press, but I think it's pretty decent right now. But yeah, that's all there is to it, to a little simple zipper pouch. And obviously you can get like way more in depth and way more advanced. I mean, we could add sides, we could square off the bottom, but I do like just a simple lined zipper pouch like this. Man, we should really make a lot more of these. This was fun. And there we go, our little koala on the front. Cute fabric on the back. It's all, that reused fabric from the quilt. I am just loving it. And it matches our little t-shirt guy too. So this is just, if you guys wanted to do just the head like this is literally just the head from the koala pattern. I just traced the head on. I didn't trace anything else. And the size of this, I enlarged the pattern to 150%. So when I printed it out, I just changed the number to 150, and that did the job. And then I just drew that little heart underneath, and we stitched that up with the little beads there. I do have some, you can kind of see a little bit of my water soluble marker, so I'll probably take a rag and a wet rag and dab that down before I send this to anyone. But that is that, you guys. All right. All right, there we go. Here it is. So I love the size of this. I think that turned out great. This was with that 9-inch zipper, and with the little extra. So it's probably about 10.5 inches maybe wide, 10 inches wide. We could measure, I suppose. But I think this kind of ended up like 10 inches by 6.5 inches or so. And I think that turned out nice. It does look like it does need a little bit of a pressing just to kind of coax the zipper to be more upright like this. It looks like it wants to kind of lay flat, but I want to see that red from the zipper. So I'll give this a little press, but fun. And like I said, if you kind of do like a whole like assembly line of the different parts, you can make a lot of these quickly. I mean, not the embroidery, but actually just like some cute fabric. You can make a whole pile of these really quick. So they'd be great Christmas gifts. Great, just like missing you gifts. Fill it with a bunch of candy or something special. But yeah, and we didn't start off with any pattern or anything, so you can just decide kind of the size you wanted as you go. So fun. So I will do a drawing for this Tuesday, and we're going to announce the winner in the Penguin and Fish Crafters group. So be sure to join the Penguin and Fish Crafters group on Facebook if you are not already in there, and we will announce the winner of this probably on Wednesday. We're going to count up all the money raised, and we will announce that midweek as well. So thank you guys for letting me make this with you, and thank you again for all your donations between the pattern sales, the bundle sales, the t-shirts, the mugs, and the actual auction. I think we're going to be raising at least the same amount that we did in the initial raise, which was like $2,500. So, man, if we could, be donating ultimately $5,000 to Australians for Animals, I mean, that's really kind of amazing. You guys are the best. It would definitely be fun to do another project like this in the future, for sure, the koala quilt. So awesome. I am so happy for all of us making that quilt together. So thanks again. Be sure to check out that auction, and the link to that page is below with the merch if you did want to get like one of the t-shirts. It comes in different colors as well. It is super soft and lovely. And then we have the mugs as well. So check that out tonight. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the Aurifil block. So have a fabulous evening. Thanks again. I'll see you guys later. Bye.